stage for the biggest performers. It's Sim's Super Bowl perfection. LT and Eli bringing down a dynasty. To be at your best in the spotlight.
What team you on?
These are the Giants. In Seattle, home field means everything. As reliable as a Steve Largent catch. And as steady as Walter Jones. Doing it for the 12th man. These are the Seahawks.
Every team dreams of the Super Bowl, so there's no doubt both sides will be ready in this matchup between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks here at MetLife Stadium. Phil, you get to the Super Bowl, you have that extra week off, and then you have all the scrutiny. All the insane amount of publicity is got to be draining before the big game.
No, Jim, you know better than that. You and I laugh about it all the time. These players love it. You can't talk about them enough.
I'm on the
What do you
Giants.
think about me? Tell me more. We love it. So they can't wait to get a chance to go out there and play today and see who's the best.
I'm not quoting on my mic.
Jim Nance and Phil Simms at Super Bowl 48, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Partner, we're ready to find out the best.
Yeah, we are, Jim. And you know, the players, there's so many thoughts that go through your mind. But you know what? If you win this game, you know what it does to you and all your teammates.
Share this
coaches,
stream.
Even the fans. You're bonded forever about this moment that you have a chance to create.
And comment.
There's been talk all week long about this one, and finally we're ready for kickoff. The Seahawks are set to return the kickoff. They're setting up the return. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. Wilson's, of course, going to be the man at quarterback today.
Seahawks gonna whoop the ass boy.
Wilson has it under center. 1st and 10. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Tackled down at the 47.
Nothing like getting these big plays early in the game and getting that home crowd behind you. They believe in their football team. They think this is going to happen all day long, and everybody right now is feeling pretty good.
Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield, scrambling out of the pocket, but they can't connect. Here's a look at the offensive unit that needs to get off to a strong start today. Second down here. Looking for an open receiver on the right. And almost picked off. As we get a look at this defense, Justin Tuck, a player opposing offenses always have to game plan for.
Yeah, it's hard to game plan for him, Jim, because he can line up anywhere. He'll line up over the center, the guards, he'll get outside and try to speed rush you. And Justin Tuck, very versatile.
Lynch is in the backfield, single back set. The throw to the left. Incomplete, almost intercepted. That was a drive that looked like it had the makings of a touchdown, but instead,
You're
the
playing
defense
online.
is able to make a stand.
That's the great thing about playing defense, Jim, in the NFL. It just takes one play to stop a drive, and we just saw it that time on the defensive side.
Russell Wilson has it under center. And they'll turn it over on downs. The defense does a fantastic job holding strong. And here's Eli Manning, two-time Super Bowl MVP, taking the field. David Wilson lined up in the backfield. 1st and 10. Launches it down the field.
You suck.
Makes the catch deep down the middle of the field.
It didn't take long, but they're already in scoring territory inside the red zone.
Yeah, they're making it look easy, aren't they, so far? But you've got to be alert on the defensive side right now because this offense loves to go for the touchdown once they get into the red zone.
No.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down.
Wilson's going to get it out of the eye. They knocked him down behind the line of scrimmage. A player to watch on the outside is Hakeem Nicks.
The biggest hands in the NFL, and that's no mistake. He has triple extra large receiving gloves, and he can catch anything thrown his way.
And today's starting lineups have been brought to you by Papa John's Pizza. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Richard Sherman last year even had some talk up for Defensive Player of the Year. He was in the discussion.
Jim, he's a really good corner, and if you ask him, he'll tell you he's a great corner. My man can get it done on the field, and he can talk some trash.
Now, looking at 3rd down. Touchdown! That's the first one here at the Super Bowl.
Nothing like scoring first in any game, but when you do it in the Super Bowl, you can just times it by 10 because the pressure builds on the other team. They know they're behind. They want to score some points, and it just makes it tougher when you get on the board first.
Giants ready to kick it away.
Let's go.
He'll start his return. And he's taken down right at about the 29.
You still suck.
Right to the 30. The Giants will come out in the dime. 1st and 10. Getting away from the pressure. The defense had that one covered.
Really good job that time by the quarterback. Nice. Get out of the pocket. Find some extra time to throw it. But look at the receivers. Well, look at the defenders all over the receivers down the field. There was nowhere to throw it.
Take the dumbass auto speak off.
Baldwin's a receiver in the slot. 2nd down and 10. Sticks to his hands.
Well, that's a nice completion by the offense. And what it does, it just puts them in a more manageable situation so they can pick up that 3rd down.
The Super Bowl. It's as big as it gets. And just the fan side of you, Phil, what sticks out in your memory bank?
Well, I think the game, one of my favorite games of all time, Jim, when you talk about the Super Bowls, the Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys, I love them both. Roger Staubach, Terry Bradshaw, and I remember the Jackie Smith drop in the end zone. Just the emotion that came from him, from all the Cowboys and Roger Staubach. It was an exciting game to watch.
Porn, 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 prom, porn, corn, horn.
Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. Play action. Wide open for the catch. Bringing the play to an end.
Yeah, I'm sure you're really proud of yourself that time. You go for it on 4th down. You get it. I'll give you that. But I still think it was a bad decision.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. Pass is made, and it's incomplete. The hit jars the ball out.
Good anticipation that time by the defender. He gets to the receiver just as the football's arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football loose.
Russell Wilson has it under center. 2nd and 10. Getting sacked.
You talk about a blitz on the defensive side, it's all about timing. Disguise it to the last second and time up the snap of the football.
Hey Bose, I have a
did it
cancer.
that time, and they get the sack on the QB.
Offense lines up here. 3rd and 17. Escaping the pressure. Hauls it in for the first down.
When you talk about the play-action pass game, it's really when you call it. You got to be in a situation where the defense is thinking run, and when they are, do you have the courage, or I should say the smarts, to fake the run and throw the football? Good call that time by the offense.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. They're going to get him here for a sack.
That's what all defensive coordinators love to see, when they don't have to blitz and one of their defensive linemen gets a sack without any blitzing.
Wake me up inside, can't wake up, wake me up inside, save me.
To his left, right where it had to be.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a first down.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. Brings it into his body. There's the tackle, but still, it's enough for the first down.
Good job that time by the offense. They pick up a first down inside the 20-yard line. Now we'll see if they can punch it in and get 7 points.
Marching down the field and taking their time. Challenging the defenders to the right side. Under fire on that throw. This has been a long drive so far. Working that left side. Flag is out. Drives ahead for 4.
If she bleach her asshole, then I get bleach on my t-shirt. I'm going to feel like an asshole.
He'll decline the penalty and let the play stand. The long drive continues. On the run, throws to the right.
Oh, bad decision that time by the quarterback. He tries to force the football into the end zone, and it almost gets picked off by the defense.
Offense lines up here. He'll fire it out to the left. Change of possession coming up as they fail to pick up the first down on 4th down. First down coming up. Looking for a receiver on the left side here. It's intercepted!
Anytime you're backed up on the offensive side, the quarterback's got to be extremely careful, because if you turn it over, you're just giving points to your opponent. That time, a bad decision by the quarterback, and he throws an easy interception for the defense.
No turnover.
Lined up in the nickel. The touchdown.
Well, that score ties the game up. Now on the defensive side, you got to come out there and take advantage of this feeling you got going now and get the football back for your offense.
He made it. The Seahawks defense will be ready to come back out in a moment. The offense making sure their efforts weren't wasted on the last drive, making good on the interception, and putting points on the scoreboard. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out faces, worn out faces.
Trying to work that left side. In on the stop.
When there's a play action pass and the quarterback reads blitz, forget about the fake. It doesn't matter. It's about getting in position for the pass protection to be there and for the quarterback to get in position to get rid of that football. Nice job.
There is Tom Coughlin on that Giants sideline, a man who has won 2 Super Bowl titles for the Giants franchise.
Not many coaches can say they've won 2 Super Bowls, much less with one franchise. Tom Coughlin has done a terrific job stabilizing the New York Giants franchise, and him and Eli Manning, what a career they have forged together.
You've seen Coughlin change through the years, Phil. What's the biggest difference with him now?
Well, first off, it shows that he's a smart guy. Sometimes if you want to get better, you have to change. And I'll tell you, he's just become a little more friendly to the players, listening to them a little more. I think that's the biggest difference in Tom Coughlin now and the Tom Coughlin we saw 10 years ago. And whatever he's doing, keep doing it because it's working.
Offense lines up here.
We can't say where the road goes.
Secures it with 2 hands.
Well, that 4 plays and out for the offense, and that was bad. Bad play calling, bad play, bad execution. Go to the bench and try to think what you're doing.
That
3 set 5 me and 9.
There is the red flag.
So he challenged the play, and the coach's challenge does not pay off.
Lynch is lined up directly behind the quarterback here. He's looking to the right here on this throw. He had it, but the hit jars the ball loose.
Does it take talent to do something like this? You've got a time to pass where the football's going, where the receiver's going to catch it and do the perfect timing, hit that receiver, and that football comes flying out. Nice job that time, incomplete pass.
Russell Wilson has it under center.
2nd and 10. They pick up the first down with that
Who's the
reception.
Giants and who's
Good
the
for
Seahawks?
21 yards.
Good job by the receiver, running into that defense through the zone, finding
Break
the open
fast.
space and making a nice catch.
Sup, Eddie?
That long gain sets them up here on this play. He makes the catch. He's brought to a halt.
And here's a look at their red zone percentage to this point, which is brought to you by Verizon.
What the fuck, you got Siri reading new comments?
Looking for an open receiver on the right.
He's in for the touchdown.
Sup, Giant?
Well, when your offense goes out there and scores a touchdown to put you ahead, it's got to give a big lift to the defense. They got to get excited and go out there and hold that lead.
The point after try is in the books. The Seahawks have the football resting on the tee, and they're about to send it down the way. What a stand by the defense.
Fu Bumbasiri suck my dick. Nah, he got the auto speak comments on. Wanna be Google Translator, wanna be having us. When they added that.
Turning it over on downs and giving the offense a great starting point from which they took advantage and put points on the board. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line.
It's been there.
Eli Manning will take it from the center here. Wilson going to be a tackle for a loss.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense.
You just gotta go to broadcast options. Oh, this shit for radio people. Emoji loudly crying face. Emoji loudly crying face.
"15 minutes down, 45 minutes to go." And you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. This doesn't look good. We've got a player down, and he's in pain.
Well, that's going to hurt him tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. When you get hit like that, you're going to feel some of that pain tomorrow. But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little situated there, I think he'll be back in the game.
Let's see what they do on this third down situation.
Manning's looking to go down the field here.
Joe sucks ass. Josh.
Eli Manning, when you talk about this Giant offense, to me it's about downfield throws. They do it a lot, and they're good at it.
Facts,
nice
emoji loudly crying face. Emoji loudly crying face.
First down following the long play. Throwing now to his left. What a hit, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's why you like defenders who are good punishing tacklers. Make those receivers worry about coming over the middle. They'll be careful the rest of this game because of that big hit.
Josh is the Giants.
Eli Manning will take it from the center here. Second down and 10. Challenging the defenders to the right side. Makes the grab and keeps the ball moving down the field. That's a first down catch.
Well, it's a nice throw by the quarterback that time to get just enough yards to pick up the first down.
Yeah, emoji face with tears of joy, 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 emoji face with tears of joy.
This play set up by the long gainer. Throws to the right. Reaches out and snatches it.
Damn, Shomar spanking him.
Nice throw that time by the quarterback in the red zone. Gets a completion. And there's some tight spots. Not a lot of room, so you got to really drive the football in there.
Second down now. Looking to the right side and throwing. And a flag comes out.
Joshua.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Players showing no restraint coming in on the quarterback, and that late hit will cost his team 15.
A lot of times these late hits are called, and I feel for the defensive player.
WTF, that auto speak shit annoying as fuck. Josh always getting spanked.
It's worthy of 15 yards. Good job by the defense that time. Everybody's expecting a pass. They were ready for the run, and they stopped the offense for a short gain in the red zone.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. Wilson's pass. He's in for the touchdown.
Good job by the offense. They get in there. They tie this game
Shit-putting
up.
detail to
Now
the
we'll see if
emojis.
the defense can take advantage of that momentum and keep it on their side.
The Giants lined up now for the point after. Inside of the uprights. Now ready to kick it off as we have a tie game here. Scores 14-14. Josh Brown about to boot it down the field.
Lol.
And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line.
Emoji thumbs up sign, 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 emoji thumbs up sign.
Baldwin's in the slot. 1st and 10. In trouble now. Goes deep to Sidney Rice. And that ball's nearly picked off. But he dropped it. Well, they go for the bomb, but the defensive backfield was not fooled.
Yeah, they were all over at that time, and that was like shadow defense. Wherever the receiver was going, the defense was right next to him. Great job.
Escaping the pressure. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Could have been intercepted.
Nice job that time by the wide receiver on the post route.
Somebody once told me the world was gonna own me. WTF, annoying as shit.
Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10. He'll fire it out to the left. Just had to avoid the sack.
I ain't the toughest. And who told you that?
Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield.
Going to take off with it.
Eyeing that left side, right where it had to be.
Terrible game management that time by the coach.
Shrek.
3 downs, it's 4th down. What should you do? I think you should punt it. He goes for it and puts his defense in a tough position.
First down here. Eli Manning takes it from the gun.
He said it's all Roger now.
Anytime your receiver running any route to the inside of the NFL, they're worried about getting hit. Don't lead them too far in a slant route.
Boy,
just throw it right at them.
And Myers is a tight end, but now shifted into the backfield. Manning's got it in the gun. The throw to the left. With 2 hands, he has it.
Well, they complete the pass, Jim, but doesn't get the first down. Sooner or later, you got to throw one down the field.
They bring in the extra tight end. The formation here, shotgun. Looking for an open receiver on the right. That's a good tackle, and that's a quick 3 and out.
Terrible job by the quarterback. It's 3rd down. You throw it short of the markers. Well, you get a completion. That's great. You're really accurate. But there were guys open down the field. Take a chance and go for it.
Right off the upright and wide of the mark.
Jim, I can't get on the kicker this time. That was a long field goal try. And when you send the guy out there to kick one that long, you got a 50-50 chance. That time they lost.
The defense comes out in the nickel. 1st and 10. Running away from the pressure. Goes deep to Sidney Rice. Nice catch. Touchdown, Seattle Seahawks.
He used aim assist.
This goes to show you got to.
Damn, Shomar got you locked down, Josh.
On both sides of the ball, you can tell the offense has practiced this quite a bit. The receivers were in position. The football came their way, and they get a touchdown on a Hail Mary pass.
Driving extra point is good. The Giants prepared to return the kickoff. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21.
Roof that easy touchdown for Shomar. Say no more.
Nickel formation for the defense here. 1st down and 10.
Where you at, Josh?
The defenders to the right side. That brings the play to an end.
It's always good when your quarterback is able to deceive the defense with good play action fakes.
Josh, you
That's
suck.
what did it that time. Look
Just
at the
kill
quarterback.
yourself.
Nice fake. Defense reacts to the run, and now you throw it over the top for the easy completion.
Incoming.
And Nick's lined up in the slot. Throws to the right. Incomplete.
When you see this cover 2 defense as a quarterback, you got to know where to throw the football. That time he did not make a good decision. You got to throw it sometimes deep down the middle. The safeties are not there. They're outside. He did not take advantage of that coverage that time.
2nd down coming up. Looking to the right side and throwing. Jumps up into the air and makes the grab.
Perfect defense call that time. They allowed the catch. The coach on the sidelines going, well, what else do you want me to do? We had the guy double covered, and you still couldn't make the play.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Manning's going to throw once again on this down.
Don't you ever say. I just walked away. I'm about to post this on FB and see if I can get you some more viewers. I will always love you.
Trying to make something happen. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Even though he completes the pass, he should have seen the defense was right there. A loss of a couple yards.
Eli Manning will take it from the center here. 3rd and 5. Looks to his left. That ball was in his hands.
These receivers in the NFL, they are so good now. Anytime you see a drop pass, it's almost always the one reason. They took their eyes off the football before it got there.
Fucked your mom against the wall. Lol. You next, ISIS.
It'll be Josh Brown now, called on for the field goal try.
She got pregnant, so I ran to Nepal.
When an offense drives the ball, they always want to get something out of it, get some points. This time, the field goal kicker gets it done. He gives them 3.
able to move past it.
But the CIA caught me, but child support was free. Then we went for YR on Mori. Cousin, not the daddy. Son, my name is Bob. Not Dada. Queso Cerrado. Is the stream over? Facts, the shit is paused. Allahu life hacks. We coming.
The 20 and brought down at the 23. Offense lines up here. Now 1st and 10. Catch is made.
Josh, why the fuck are we losing?
There's nothing the defense can do. When you talk about a receiver like these guys out there now, and this one in particular, the double coverage, they're still able to go in between the defenders, rise up, and make the catch.
That reception gave them the 1st down.
1st down, throwing again.
He's scrambling now, looking for an open receiver on the right. Interception. Unstoppable. The 30, the 20, the 10. No stopping him, taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
Well, when you study the offense and you know what they're going to do, you're able to make plays like that. You time the interception perfectly, you make the catch, and you take it all the way back for the score.
The Seahawks are in shape now to return the kick. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Harper's going to get
Finally
set
a touchdown.
in the slot for this snap. Goes deep to Sidney Rice. Almost intercepted.
What a good job by the defensive back that time. That ball was thrown beautifully down the field. High arcing throw, but the defensive back in great position knocks it down.
I told y'all.
Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. Gets away from the pressure. Goes deep to Sidney Rice. And he's almost intercepted. They went for the deep throw, but the defensive back was there.
Yeah, good job that time. I got to give the defensive back a lot of credit. He was not caught sleeping out there.
Bumbleclot pussy hole.
Right keys, and he was right with the receiver to knock down that deep throw.
Falls incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Looks like they'll go 3 and out on this series. Offense lines up here. Gets away from the pressure. Challenging the defenders to the right side. The Giants turns the ball over on downs.
Well, they don't get it on 4th down. That was a quick drive, wasn't it, Jim? That was just bad play calling, bad execution, and go to the sideline. That's where you deserve to be.
David Wilson lined up in the backfield.
1st and 10.
Down the field. And it's incomplete.
That's what you have to do as a defensive back. You got to wait to the last second. Wait till the receiver uses his hands. And once they go up, put your hand in between them and knock that football down. What a play.
2nd down coming up.
Bumblerass-clad pussy hole. Joshua Botex light stick. Lol, hey ha 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 ha. Time to go kill myself lol. Stop pausing the fucking game. Lol okay. Give us a sec. Porn 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 can you Pablo 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 lesbian 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 faggot 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 fag. We Trina clean something up.
Well, Jim, they didn't pull the defense at all. Second down, you run the football, hoping to make it third and short. Then you lose yards, third and longs. They're hard to get in the NFL.
Alright, one boom, I gave you a sec, now play.
It's a two tight end formation. Just a quick drop back. Throws to the right. The tackle is made.
When you play this cover three defense, just kind of sit back there and try not to give up the big play. That is great. The problem is you give up all these short plays. How about that throw by the quarterback on that slant pattern that time?
Joshua trying to clean all that pre-fire jizz Shomar gave him. Joshua can't stream for a hit. Shit. Bitch, I'm tryna watch the game and you keep pausing the shit. Deadass.
The Giants will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on first down. Here's the first snap after the big play. Wilson's got it on the handoff.
Joshua, you little bitch, stop sucking the soul out of Shomar Dick and play.
And here we have second down. Looking to scramble. He has the grab.
Well, that last play almost got him in here, and when you look at this, what do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown.
Third and goal from the 1. Finds the sacred side. Touchdown.
It is so disappointing when you're down near the goal line and you don't score. Well, the offense doesn't have to know that disappointment this time. Good job, good play call, and a beautiful throw by the quarterback for the touchdown.
The Seahawks are set to return the kickoff. Tackles made right around the 26-yard line. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. Going off tackle here. Brought down at the 29.
Good job by the defense. All day long when the offense runs the football, they are ready for the challenge and not giving up very many yards.
Lynch is lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Action fake. The ball's deflected, incomplete.
He's such a smart linebacker. That's one of the reasons why he was able to knock that pass down that time. He diagnosed the play. He saw what it was going to be, got himself in position, and he made it happen.
One more snap in halftime. 3rd and 7. Flip to the outside. Forces a 3-and-out. That does it here for the first half. Seahawks trail.
Eddie, stop talking shit. Shomar, stop always running down the middle on the return kick.
Steven Hauschka ready for the kickoff. They're not going to risk the big return, so here's the squib kick. That'll stop the play right there.
And now I'm speaking facts.
We'll take it from the center here. And here we go, the first snap of the second half.
Outside linebackers are just, they
Don't
really
get
are
mad.
great athletes. They got size and they can really run. That was a good job by the outside linebacker there that time, stopping the outside run for a little gain.
This will be second down. Working that left side, makes the grab, and he's brought to the ground.
Nice job by the quarterback. Nobody open down the field. He throws it short. It does not get a first down, but it sure makes third down a lot easier.
3rd and 4 coming up following that completion. Looking to the right side and throwing. Makes the catch in open space.
When you throw this pass as a quarterback, you've got to stick it right onto the body of the wide receiver. They are nervous because they're running across the middle.
Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. He's looking to the right here on this throw. And that That's enough for a first down.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Eli Manning will take it from the center here. First and 10. Wilson's going to secure the handoff. David Wilson with a nice piece of running on that play.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone, but there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold them.
That defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line. First and goal. Wilson's, and he's in for the touchdown. There's the signal from the far side. It is a touchdown. He broke the plane. He broke the plane from just a yard away.
Is you still in here?
Point after is good. The Seahawks now have even more work to do to get back into this one. The score's 38-21. Giants ready to kick it away. He will run this one
Eddie,
back.
play me.
Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. First and 10. They're going to get him this time.
When you take a blindside hit like that, oh my gosh, do they hurt.
Don't worry, when the time comes I will.
Then you try to find out who's responsible for you getting you hit like that.
Baldwin's a receiver in the slot. Looking for an open receiver on the right. The tackle is made at the 40-yard line.
I like this. Show some patience. Don't try to get it all in one play. Pick up first downs and try to go down the field and score.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. And he's forced to the ground.
Well, it's just a race against time, isn't it? When the defense blitzes, can you get to the quarterback before he has time to recognize the blitz and throw it to a receiver?
Lynch is lined up in a single back formation. He'll fire it out to the left. Almost picked up that time.
Well, it's so hard to do this nowadays, to jar the football out of the hands of the receiver, but the defender did it that time. He hit him, that football came loose, incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, it's third down. Down the field. And there's a great catch.
For so many years, we had all these rinky-dink, dink and dunk quarterbacks. Now we got guys in there throwing it deep down the field. What a nice catch. What a really good deep throw.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Scrambling out of the pocket. And he is tackled at the 14.
Find a way to score. That's always the mantra with every team when they get in the red zone. If you punch it in here, even though you're down by more than 7, it'll give you confidence for the rest of the game.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. First and 10, looking for a receiver on the left side here. Quarterback coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 6th time in this game.
Good job by the defense. They are all over the throw by the quarterback. They almost pick it off in the end zone. Well, that's a big opportunity missed when you drop a pass like that.
Lynch is lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. And he's going to be brought down.
The offensive line did a terrible job that time reacting to the blitz by the defense. They let the defenders come free, and they sacked the quarterback.
Defense comes to the line, ready to pounce on that quarterback one more time. Can they get another sack right here? They failed to convert, and now a change of possession.
Well, I'll give the defense some credit here. They stopped them on 4th and long. Well, they should. Take that back. I'm not giving them any credit. I'm giving the blame to the offense. Bad decision.
It's first down as they head to the line. Manning's looking to go down the field here. The pass is intercepted. He's brought down.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Russell Wilson has it under center. First and 10. Getting away from the pressure. He's wide open for the grab.
That was an awesome job that time by the quarterback getting out of the pocket. He keeps the play alive and able to throw it down the field for a nice completion.
That long gain sets them up here on this play. Marshawn Lynch takes the football. Picks up about 8.
Anytime you get in the red zone, you want to punch it in there and get 7 points. They're being dominated today. They're down more than 7, but don't worry about it. Score here and just keep playing.
Marshawn
Shomar with the
in
deep
the
throw.
backfield. Escaping the pressure, challenging the defenders to the right side. And that's a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Third down here. Offense trying to pick up the first. Caught. Spins out of the tackle. The tackle.
Good play call that time by the offensive coordinator. Down inside, when you're inside that 20-yard line or the red zone, find ways to complete the pass. They did that time.
They've got a first down now after that catch. Will dives across, and he's in for the touchdown.
I would bet first and goal that the offense about 90% of the time is going to run the football. And what do they do here? They run it, and they get it done. That is power football at its best.
They'll get set.
Shomar put the moves on you, boy.
So from 2 yards out, they get it across and secure 2 extra points. The Giants will be back to return the kick. Still have a sizable lead here in this one. Scores 38-29. He'll have a chance to take off. Someone's been injured out there. Hold on a minute.
Well, that looks like an upper body injury, Jim. I think we both can tell that. And now the question is, how bad is it? You just never know.
Looking to go deep. And he's intercepted.
Well, I have to say, that's just a terrible decision by the quarterback there. He's got to know. When you're in a situation like this, you just cannot make that type of pass.
They come to the line, and it's first down. On the run. And here he goes. Gains 17.
Russell Wilson is so quick, hard to get a good shot on him. Every time he runs the football, he knows to get to the ground just before the big hit comes.
Let's get the injury report from Danielle Bellini.
Guys, I just spoke with a Giants official. The staff wasn't saying much about the injury other than it's not severe enough to keep him out of this one. So expect to see him back on the field shortly, guys.
First down here.
He's in the clear, and they bring him down at the 38-yard line. Russell Wilson has it under center. Second and 2. Looking across the middle. Oh, we've got an injured player on the field.
Well, they're teaching all these guys in the NFL, don't hit high, and we might be seeing more of this, lower body injuries, because the defensive players, they're learning. Hit them lower. Won't get any flags thrown that way.
Third down and 2.
In trouble now. Anytime you picked up a couple first downs, here's what happens. The defense starts to doubt what they're doing, but maybe more importantly, it gets those big boys over there tired.
That will bring us to the end of the third here in East Rutherford. We'll return in a moment for the beginning of the fourth quarter. The Seahawks have the football as the fourth quarter gets started. Baldwin's lined up now as a slot receiver. Final quarter underway now with this snap. Throws to the right. Catch is made. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
That time they got great pressure on the quarterback. He stood in the pocket as long as he could. But once he broke outside, still looking down the field, trying to get that big pass play. It's not there. He takes off, and what a nice game running the football.
Looking to the right side and throwing.
And for about 6.
When you play zone coverage, the quarterback might have to hold the football just a little longer. But these guys nowadays, when you play zone, they know how to throw and catch and get it done.
Lynch is lined up as the single back. Escaping the pressure. They bring him down at the 29-yard line. Russell Wilson is an outstanding runner of the football when he decides to tuck it under.
Yeah, what I like about him so much, he just makes it look easy. He's never in a hurry, always under control, and that's one of the reasons why he never takes any big hits.
Tackle by Andrell Roll.
Well, it's about deceiving the defense, isn't it? That's how you get a lot done in the NFL, and when you can run and pass, you can deceive them in a lot of ways. Nice job by the offense, running that football, picking up another first down and moving the chains.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. Quarterback tosses it to the outside. What a drive this has been.
2nd down and 6.
He's looking to the right here on this throw. Off the mark here as this throw heads out of bounds.
Pass interference. Defense.
The receiver was open for a moment, and then the contact, and that's a pass interference call.
Yeah, he got there too quick. You know, just timing. That's what it's about. The timing was not good for the defensive back. Gets there too early. Pass interference.
Going to take off with it.
A tackle that had to be made. The battle set up 4th down.
It's a nice drive by the offense, Jim. They're down. They're driving down the field. Let's see if they can put 7 points on the board.
The Seahawks getting set to attempt the field goal. That kick is no good. No good.
How about that, Jim? You get a beautiful long drive. You don't convert on 3rd down. You try to get some points. Your kicker comes out and misses it. And look at the head coach. He is giving it to the kicker.
And Myers is usually a tight end, but he's in the backfield this time. They tackle him for a loss.
When you make play calls like that, you're not going to win many football games. That was a terrible call here on 1st down.
Coming up, 2nd down. Manning will take the snap from the shotgun. Inhale. No one's going to get him now. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Inside, and he's home for the touchdown.
Even on short passes, accuracy is a big, big deal. When you put it on them right in stride, look what happens. They catch it in stride. They don't slow down, of course, and good things happen. Nice touchdown.
They will not find a way into the end zone, so they'll only get 6 points out of the trip. Josh Brown about to boot it down the field. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. Baldwin's in the slot. 1st and 10. Running away from the pressure. Goes deep to Sidney Rice. Oh, that could have been intercepted, but he couldn't hold on.
They call that the moment of truth. It's a beautiful throw down the field, but the defensive back, he waits until it's time to make that jump. He defends the pass. What a good job by the defensive back. That time, awesome job by avoiding the sack by the quarterback. Gets out of trouble, gets outside. Hey, even though he doesn't get a completion, good job avoiding the negative yards.
Trying to make something happen. The Seahawks get a 1st down.
Hard to play man-to-man against such a quality wide receiver. He's fast, he's big. You got to mix up the coverage. You play straight man-to-man, you're going to give up a lot of completions.
Nickel formation here for the defense. He's scrambling down, looking for an open receiver on the right. Easy catch there, no one near him.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Throws the ball very well on a run for the completion.
1st down following the long play. Wilson's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Makes the grab. That's a gain of 6.
I think the best thing to say about that play is just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. 2nd down, 4 to go. Complete. Nice tackle.
This is where games are won and lost. Once an offense gets down the red zone, even though they're down more than 7, can you find a way to punch it in there for the touchdown and not settle for a field goal?
This play set up by the long gainer. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback tosses it to the outside. The defensive captain looks over and signals an immediate timeout. That's second down coming up. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch, and that gains a few. Nothing too exciting here, just plowing ahead, getting closer to that goal line.
Well, they're trying to find out if this defense has the courage and toughness to stand up to them. So far, they haven't. This defense, they better pick it up if they think they're going to stop this offense.
He'll be brought down, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, it's a good job by the defense getting that tackle inside the 5-yard line. Now we'll see if they're good enough to keep the offense out of the end zone.
The defense loading up on the line, getting set for this snap. Breaks the plane, touchdown.
You got to give the offensive line just a lot of credit. It's first and goal. They just line up and power the football in there. Nice run, but a great job by the O-line.
Seahawks ready here for the kickoff. Into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. If they're going to have any chance at all here late in the fourth, the defense must make a big stop and give the ball back to the offense. Left side. And he's going to be tackled right around the 31-yard line.
Well, the defense, they give up a first down there. They're behind. They just can't sit back there and keep bending. You got to take some chances. Go on the offensive, on the defensive side, and just make things happen.
David Wilson lined up in the backfield. First and 10. Wilson's called on once again.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Second down here after that run play. They'll run with it again.
You got to keep your offensive lineman aggressive, so you have to run the football every once in a while. That run, even though it was a short game, it served a purpose.
It's third down coming up. Quick drop back. Trying to work that left side. On the money.
Anytime you give a quarterback that kind of time, he's going to get comfortable, get his feet under him, be relaxed, and he is going to make the perfect throw down the field. Easy completion that time for the quarterback.
First and 10. Wilson's handed the football. Has enough for the first as he's taken down at the 38.
Good job by the running back that time, finding the open hole and picking up those extra yards.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Wilson on the handoff, running to the left side. That picks up 7. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Second and 3. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. They break through. Tackle him behind the line. What a play. Snickers is the proud sponsor of this satisfying defensive replay. When hunger hits, Snickers satisfies. The New York Giants have once again won the Super Bowl. The Lombardi Trophy heading back to New York. you look down on the field right now and just imagine what it's like for them, and then even think back to the days when you had that very same experience?
Probably the only time I actually ever reflect when I see them win the Super Bowl, because I know what a special moment that is. And they're enjoying a moment that they will remember in 50 years. They'll still be able to feel exactly how it felt at this very moment.
Let's go. I won, baby. What good, Miley? Oh,